want to welcome everyone to the Breakfast Hour. Of course, it's that time when we connect. And of course, it's Fabulous Friday. And what a privilege it is to join you right here in the studios of Flashpoint. It has been an amazing week. And of course, I'm still recovering. Should I say I'm still recovering? Should I say that? From the conversation we had last night on Flash Talks, the uncut edition. And of course, March is recognized as International Women's Month. And you know, we don't play. We don't play. We don't drop anything. We have to show up and be there. And certainly, that was a conversation last night. Welcome, Mikey G, and welcome to our listeners.
Well, Lady Elise, I want to also give my quota of thank you for this morning's experience. And of course, for those who are joining, International Women's Day is one of those days that showcase women in the awesomeness that they have brought to the world and all the attributes that we have benefited from, you know. And of course, we have to recognize where God would have laid down some ground rules for individuality, and women have stood out and of course owned their craft. And this morning we are here celebrating our women today.
Of course, we celebrate women every single chance that we do get, and the celebration continues. Now, we are not alone in studio, you know, and of course we are going to take a short break, but when we return, we will be having a conversation with a passionate woman who is on a cause, and she's going to share with you what that cause is all about and how you can be a part of that cause.
All right, of course, when we come back,
good morning. This is day 6. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. From Nothing, written by Dave Brannon. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No light, no sky, no land. It's incomprehensible to our finite thinking. The barren nothingness that existed before Genesis 1 verse 1. Then suddenly, through the work of the Almighty, God supplanted nothingness with the heavens and the earth. The divine hand reached through the void and produced a place, a world, a universe. Through the magnificent convergence of the workings of the Godhead, with the Son enacting the will of the Father as the agent of creation and the Holy Spirit as the hovering presence, nothing became something. History began its long march toward today. The first verse of Genesis provides us with the sufficient concepts to contemplate for a lifetime. That introductory statement speaks of enough glory, enough majesty, enough awe to leave us speechless before God. Just as today we would have no life, no breath, no existence without His sustaining action, neither would we have the cosmos without His mighty act at the moment of creation. In awe, we wonder what went on before the beginning. With breathless praise, we marvel at the words, God created the heavens and the earth. We read, and we stand in adoration. Nothing has never been so fascinating. I sing the mighty power of God that made the mountains rise, that spread the flowing seas abroad, and built the lofty skies. Our quote this morning reads, "Nature is but a name for an effect whose cause is God." End quote.
Welcome back to all viewers. You know, it is Fabulous Friday, another opportunity that we have to showcase what's happening. I know it's been a long week and suddenly we are in March, the first quarter of the year 2026. And joining me in studio is a woman, as I mentioned, who is passionate about a cause. Of course, I want to welcome her to our studios. Once more, we welcome Ms. Beverly Edrington, and she's going to share with you more about herself. Welcome, Bev.
Good morning. How are you today?
I am feeling good.
Excellent. Me too.
I like to have company. I'm a company girl, so the fact that you're joining me here this morning, I am happy.
I'm happy to be here
Much
too.
more happy than I usually am. So tell me, I see you in a beautiful black with highlight. Yeah.
Very big highlight here.
Yeah.
So my pink ribbon.
Yes. And what does that represent?
So the pink ribbon represents breast cancer. It's the ribbon that identifies breast cancer, and I'm here as the head of the Breast Cancer Foundation here in the Cayman Islands.
Okay, so welcome. And Mikey G, I know you have seen Bev before right here in our studio, and you know I want to allow you to also add your quota of welcome.
I want to say thank you for joining us this morning for this experience. And of course, we are happy that you have chosen us to have this conversation with us this morning and our listeners. You know, it is indeed something that we must be always mindful of, that we are getting involved in the humanitarian and of course suffering of this world, and of course be one to assist in these things. You know, so I'm happy to hear that you are such a person who is really engrafted in this mission to help others on this journey, because this is a difficult one. More and more today we are hearing more persons are affected by this very one thing, and of course it is, I think, named one of the most dangerous of it all, and possibly number one in the world of what will hurt us. So I'm happy to hear that somebody's out there combating and fighting for the lives of those who are suffering, are finding themselves in this circumstance. It is unfortunate, but you know, it's good to have people out there really waging that war, you know. So thank you for being that person and joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more about the Breast Cancer Foundation.
So the foundation itself has been in existence for 17 years now. It seems like only yesterday we were celebrating our 50th birthday. And it came out of the fact that breast cancer is the #1 diagnosed cancer here in the Cayman Islands. So we work very closely and alongside the Cancer Society, but we are specifically there to support not only the women who are diagnosed, we also have gentlemen that are diagnosed, so it's not a women's only disease, but not only the women and the men, but their families, their caregivers, their colleagues, maybe their children if they have it. So as a foundation, we're there. We have a very unique wellness program that's created to support anybody and everybody that is diagnosed here in the Cayman Islands.
Okay, so when you talk about support, what exactly? Just walk us through what support looks like.
Okay, so our support actually starts way before a diagnosis.
Yes.
We're very proud of the education that we do out in the community, where we are educating women and gentlemen and younger people on what is breast cancer, and it's not just a lump. So we're describing and going out and we're teaching people what you should be looking for. So it starts with education.
Yes.
We also then have a phenomenal awareness program of should you feel a lump or notice anything different, what you should do. and the first thing you should do is go to your doctor and have that conversation. But if you don't have a doctor, then come to us. We then have something that we're obviously very well known for, which is our voucher program, which is that we provide mammograms and ultrasounds completely for free for anybody here who is resident in the Cayman Islands to get their screening done, because not knowing you have breast cancer is not the same as not having breast cancer, and you really need to understand that.
You know, when you talk about support and you talk about tangible ways of support, it brings a smile to my face.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we have a conversation, we talk about it, and persons, whenever they feel a lump or they hear a lump, the first thing they do is panic.
Absolutely.
And
then retreat.
Yes, yes. So sometimes that panic will cause a situation that you're becoming active. You don't want to find out, and perhaps you hope that it might just disappear, right?
Exactly.
Or it might be just in your mind.
Absolutely. And you need to remember that not every lump is breast cancer.
Yes.
Okay. And so what we need to ensure is that we discover what it is as quickly as possible, because, and our slogan says this, early detection saves lives.
Yes.
You have more than a 99% survival rate if it is breast cancer, if it's diagnosed early and at an early stage. That's as close to a cure as we're ever going to get.
Yeah.
So we're there to educate you.
Yes.
We're then there to support you should you feel something, to get you to be screened to see, is that lump breast cancer, or is it a cyst, or is it just lumpy breasts?
Yes.
Because women, we have lumpy breasts, and at various times, during our cycle. And then should you be diagnosed, that's where we really step in with our wellness program. We sign you up for our wellness program, and we are there for you every step of the way. We will go with you to your hospital appointments. We won't participate in them, but we'll sit there and we'll take notes, because I can assure you that you go in, and when the doctor's talking to you, he may as well be speaking from Mars. You don't hear anything. You just hear the word breast cancer, and then your mind is a scramble.
That's it.
Exactly. So we're there to take those notes, to sit with you, to guide you, to say, this is something that we deal with all day, every day.
Yes.
Let us translate it into a language that you understand and what it means.
Yeah.
We provide you with care packages for if you're undergoing chemotherapy. Every hospital in Cayman has a cold capping machine, so if you want to try and save your hair, we can talk you through how you can do that. And all the machines are purchased by the Breast Cancer Foundation. We train the staff, or we actually we have an amazing volunteer group. And then from that, should you, we give nutritional advice, nutritional support, because obviously it can really upset your digestive system. And then literally anything you can think of, we provide. And if we're not providing it, tell us, because I can promise you within 24 hours we will be. And then if you're having surgery, we provide bras, support bras post-surgery. We provide prosthesis. We provide, we have the most beautiful beach in the world here. We provide swimsuits. We have wigs. We have beauty classes. We have support classes. We have therapy, be that group therapy or one-on-one if you need to talk to a counsellor. And that's not just for you, that's for your family members. It may be for your children. So we provide all of that. We have something very new, which is called the confidence closet.
Yes.
So we now have a rack of clothing, and you come in, and we have some amazing supporters who come in, and they talk to you about how to dress for this new body that you've got. So to re-give you the confidence.
I am amazed. You said the word free.
Yeah.
And there's a quotation that we hear: the best things in life sometimes are free. But so far, let me just say to the listeners, so far I've heard consultation, I've heard support, I've heard prosthesis, I've heard persons going with you to your appointment, and that's a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
And I've heard also the idea of paying for your fees for diagnosis in terms of your mammogram and ultrasound.
Yeah.
That's a lot. How do you fund such a major?
This was where I was interested in the conversation, because listening to the expenses, I know what the cancer journey is. There are many persons in this world. In fact, I don't have the statistics right now to say one in how many persons are affected by this, but I'm sure it's a lot. I could just go 1 in 5 immediately. I just feel that 1 in 5 could be, especially within the Western hemisphere. I don't know about the other side of the world, but within this hemisphere.
The statistic is that 1 in 7 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer.
1 in 7 women, which means 1 in 7 families, in this sense.
Yeah.
1 in 7 families.
1 in 2 people. 1 in 2 people will be affected by breast cancer, which means that you or I, and that doesn't mean necessarily ourselves, but it will be a family member or a colleague or somebody you went to school with. So there's 4 of us here, so 2 out of the 4 will be affected.
Yeah, you see, just off the top of my head.
It feels like 4 out of the 4.
Just off the top of my head a while ago, I just went off and said 5. Because I understand the magnitude of what we are dealing with. Yes. The question I'm asking is, as Lady Elise alluded to just now, in terms of treatment, and of course, this is a very expensive thing.
Yes.
How does the Cancer Society assist those? Because it's all about money now. It comes down to the point where money is going to be the tool that is going to be used to assist. The care and all of that, money comes to play, right? The most serious aspect of it is if you don't have money, you don't have a chance. It's like you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance. But in the case of cancer, you don't have money, you really don't have a chance. Now, how does the Cancer Society alleviate this pressure of financial burden on someone who actually is now diagnosed and is needing of this care, but it costs?
Okay, so first of all, we're the Breast Cancer Foundation, so we only deal with breast cancer. But here in Cayman, we are very lucky that we also have the Cayman Islands Cancer Society, and we work side by side. Myself and Dave, who runs the Cancer Society, we're like the deadly duo. I think if we're together and we walk towards somebody from a corporate, I think they turn and run because they know we're going to ask for money. But you're absolutely right. It's any disease and any cancer is expensive.
Yes.
So, as I say, we work very closely alongside the Cancer Society, who do provide financial aid for all cancers. But at the Breast Cancer Foundation, I have said that everything we provide is completely free. There is no financial burden associated with anything that you need. So, for example, a bra is over $100. And now we all know that you can buy a bra for a lot less than $100, but if you've had breast cancer and you need a specialist bra, they're $100. They're not covered by your health insurance. We'll provide them for you. The prosthesis, anywhere between $150 and $200. That's not covered by your insurance. We'll cover it for you. But in answer to your question, which is how do we do it? We do it thanks to the general public and events like we have tomorrow. Where the public actually come out and support us, because as we say, 1 in 2 people are going to somehow or the other be affected by breast cancer, and so therefore they're coming out and they're walking not only in memory, and people do walk in memory, but we're incredibly lucky here in Cayman that the mortality rate is very low because now more than 70% of breast cancer is caught at those early stages.
Early detection.
And that comes back to early detection. And it comes straight back to me saying to you, not knowing you have breast cancer is not the same as not having breast cancer.
Yes. So important. And that's why I like the fact that you are meeting persons at that critical stage. That stage where you need to be diagnosed early and the education
Yeah.
is important going forward. Now, talk to us about the event that's happening tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow is our 17th Light Up the Night event. And as you can see from that photograph, we make 7 Mile Beach glow pink.
Wow.
So golden hour becomes pink hour. We meet at any time from 5:30 onwards, and we walk as the sun sets, which tomorrow is 6:29 p.m. And my staff always laugh at me because I do know the exact moment that the sun sets on the first Saturday in March.
I want to say a big shout out to Blanche.
Yeah, I'm quite precise on this. Whether we set off dead on 6:29 is another matter, but we do try. And this started off with 50 or 60 people meeting at Lone Star back in the day when Lone Star existed, crossing over the road and just going for a walk along 7 Mile Beach to the largest walk that there is here in Cayman. As of last night, I believe we've hit 2,000 people registered. So that's unbelievable. And we broke records last year with 1,700, but I can't even begin to thank the people in Cayman enough for the support that they're giving us. Because, as I say, all this stuff is expensive. We provide, one of the things I said is a nutritionist, but we don't just provide you to go to the nutritionist. During your chemotherapy, if you need it, we provide green juices, we provide vegetables, we provide food packages.
Yes.
And the cost of eggs here in Cayman is very expensive, and so is vegetables.
Yes.
To eat healthily here is super expensive.
You don't have to isolate them by just say expensive.
Food is expensive here. So again, it's something that we can help and we can provide. So our walk is tomorrow. I ordered extra t-shirts this year. They've all gone. They've been gone for a while now. I then did a rush order of t-shirts on island. They've all gone as well. So we're encouraging you still to please come down. You can still register on the night. We've still got all the glow stuff. We've got the batons. We've got the necklaces. We've got bracelets. We've got breast cancer tattoos. The ribbons for the children and hope and things like that we can put on. And we walk at 6:30 as the sun sets from Public Beach. You can register on the night and you can walk down. We walk to the Ritz, who have come on board as a sponsor. And when you get to the Ritz, they provide you with most amazing snacks and sweet delights and everything like that. And then you turn around and you walk back again. And everybody who registers to walk with us is entered into a raffle, and we have over 100 amazing prizes. So just come wearing pink or a shirt from a previous year, like me.
Well, the question I have for you is, what is the message you want to share? You have said it, but what is the message you want to send on this walk?
The message we're sending is that we're walking with hope. We're walking with a smile on our face. We're walking with love in our hearts, and we're walking to raise awareness.
Okay, so if you have not already done so, please go ahead and sign up for the Light Up the Night Breast Cancer Beach Walk. And I'm an avid beach walker.
Excellent. So will we see you tomorrow night?
I walk very early in the morning when you're snuggled up in your bed, and it is the most peaceful experience. It is my healthy place.
Yeah.
So certainly you will see members of the Flashpoint team and joining you. Perhaps
I believe, ladies, this is one of the times that, in solidarity with everyone, every member should go out and walk tomorrow with the Cancer Society. Doesn't matter which part of the universe, which belief you have. I think for this one reason, I believe it is a solemn and an awesome occasion that we should at least join hands together for a cause that is essentially important for all of us, not just one set of persons, because it's something that affects each member of the family. as we just realized a while ago, it is a 1 in 3, I am understanding, to 1 in 7, if you look at the statistics and based on what we are hearing today. And so I'd encourage everyone to make an effort to go out and join hands tomorrow in this walk for our health and our people.
And I think the other thing is you'll be walking alongside a lot of people that you recognize, and maybe you're not even aware that they have been affected by breast cancer, you know, and suddenly you'll think, well, they've journeyed and I wasn't even aware. So I'm not sure if the picture came up, but you won't actually see the Deputy Governor tomorrow. That's because he's going to be in Cayman Brac, because the first DG 5K is on Sunday. But yeah, the Deputy Governor always walks. The walk is led by the Governor. So she is a patron of the Breast Cancer Foundation. So yep, you will see her walking. And I also know that tomorrow walking will be the Chief Medical Officer and the Minister for Health, and quite a lot of the MPs here in Cayman have all signed up this year. So we're incredibly proud of the fact that they've come on board to support us.
You know, the message that I'm hearing from you is how important it is for us to be unified in a cause.
Wonderful.
And it sends a message that you're not alone in this journey, because your journey could be my journey. My journey could be your journey.
Absolutely.
And it's important that you're not alone on this journey, and providing that word hope.
Yeah.
The fact that you have received this diagnosis, if you act quickly, if you do what you're supposed to do, then there is a lot more hope ahead of you.
Absolutely. And we were talking about people that you might recognize that when you're walking. I mean, I do need to highlight this, if it's okay. The Ministry of Health were the first team to sign up. So that's why I know the Minister and the Chief Medical Officer are walking, and their children are walking with them. So it's not just for adults. You can bring your dog. We have little pink glow necklaces for the dogs. But the Ministry of Health have come on board, and I believe there's over 40 of them walking. HSA, there are nurses and doctors that are walking. Doctors Hospital, there's over 40 people walking from there. And as of yesterday, there were 158 people walking from Health City.
So I say congratulations to all
the hospitals.
Yes, all these teams that have come on board to support the Breast Cancer Foundation is in this worthy cause.
Well, of course, we are also joining hands with the Breast Cancer Association to actually be a part of this this message, not just walking, but the message to spread it farther and wider and encourage others to be a part of this great movement that will assist not just the immediate but future generations to come.
I think it's Mikey, isn't it? You are so correct. And one thing, if your listeners and your viewers can take one thing away, is to try and remove that fear. Yes. Because that's what we face more than anything else. That people say to me, well, I'm frightened. And I'll say to them, well, what are you frightened of? Are you frightened of having the screening done? Because it hurts. Look, it's not comfortable. The screening isn't comfortable, but it's a matter of seconds. But it comes back. You not knowing doesn't mean you don't have it. And people say to me, well, it's not in my family. Well, I've just told you what 1 in 7 women are going to be diagnosed, and only less than 15% is in the family. Okay. Yeah. But it comes back to, please, if you're frightened or you're concerned, come to us and talk to us, because we need to get you diagnosed early. There's so many myths that are out there that are associated with breast cancer that aren't true, and we can dispel all of that for you. And if you're still that frightened, I've actually got a lady that is going for a mammogram next week who's that frightened that one of my team members are going to go with her just to have the screening mammogram done, to tell her, because what is frightening is a stage 4 breast cancer. diagnosis. That's frightening. And it's not just frightening for you, it's frightening for your whole family, your friends, and everyone else around. So if you are going to be diagnosed, let's get you diagnosed quickly. Let's get you diagnosed early, because you can do that here in Cayman through our foundation.
And what I've discovered, Bev, is that over the years, and I know it has taken some amount of effort, but over the years, the amount of research and the amount of sure heart that has been put into cancer awareness,
yes,
has been beneficial. What persons don't know is that the treatment, there have been advancements far beyond what you probably have heard about, you know. So the level of anxiety that you might have will be based on the information you have, that this might mean this or this might, but not necessarily. There's so much that has been done over the last couple of years.
Listen, if you're diagnosed really early, it can be, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, but if it's diagnosed early, we are talking about a surgery that removes the lump, and that is it.
That's it.
That's your treatment done.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, that's not with everybody, because it depends on what type of breast cancer you've got.
Yes.
Because breast cancer is sort of an umbrella word for 57 different types of breast cancer. But it can be as simple as going in. I mean, these days, a surgeon prefers for you not to lose your breast.
Yes.
So you'll go in, you'll have the lump removed. That's it. You're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
All for the sake. So that's the one thing I would love for you guys to be able to get out there, is that, you know, don't just assume that it hurts, because it doesn't, and there's nothing to be frightened of. There's myself. We're only a very small team. But it's not just as well for breast cancer, it's all cancers. Make sure you get your pap smears, make sure you do your colonoscopies. You can go to the Cancer Society, Mr. Dave at the Cancer Society, and his team can support you on all of those.
Yes. So you have a team of volunteers, I gather, and I just want to find out from you, you share with our listeners, if you're in the Grand Cay and you want to volunteer at the Breast Cancer Foundation, how can you sign up?
So you can go to our social media, which is BCF Cayman.
Yes.
Or we have our website, which is breastcancerfoundation.ky.
Yes.
Or come into our offices. We're in Grand Harbour. If you're looking at Hurley's Supermarket, just to the left there is a Haagen-Dazs. It hasn't opened, thank goodness. We're next door. In those beautiful multicoloured buildings.
Yes.
Ours happens to be pink. That's purely coincidental.
Wow.
We're there Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, and we're now open every Saturday from 9 till 1. Not tomorrow because of the walk, but every other Saturday we're there from 9 till 1. So even if you work, there's no excuse for you not to be able to come down to us.
Okay, thank you. And if you want to be a part of the walk, it's not too late.
It's not too late. Again, you can either go to our social media or go to our website. It says Light Up the Night. You click on that. You can go through, you can sign up, or you can come down tomorrow. We're taking sign-ups on the night.
Okay, and the cost for registration
is $30 for an adult, and anybody 10 and under is completely free.
Wow. Okay.
But for me, I would say, you know, thanks for the great work you're doing, and for taking the responsibility. It's not every day you find someone who would want to.
I just want to say it's not me alone. We are a very small team, but I like to say we are small but mighty. So I am backed. I'm the person that happens to be here, but we are a very small team, but we're very dedicated. It's not, unfortunately, a cancer diagnosis is not a Monday to Friday thing. It's 24/7, and we're available literally 24/7. We're available on WhatsApp, via our social media, as I say. But I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank my very small but mighty team as well.
Of course, we are acquainted with Miss Charlene Blanchard. She's a good friend of mine, and she has blazed this trail a long time ago. She has made the connections with us a long time ago. We have been in collaboration with the Breast Cancer Association for many years.
She's a wonderful advocate.
Yes, I'm telling you, she's an amazing person. And so I want to say good morning, Charlene, and I'm big her up a little bit, and just say thanks for making the connection. And of course, you are here today, and I'm telling you, this marks a special moment for the Cayman Islands and for people around the world right now to understand a little bit more of how better to take care of their health in terms of breast cancer, and how to be more vigilant in actually addressing it at an immediate level. As I said before, thank you for your advocacy and of course your hard work and your dedication.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging it.
And then remind us, where does the walk begin?
Okay, so the walk begins by the big cabana on Public Beach, you know, where the children's swing area is.
Yes.
So the walk starts there. We, at 6:29, just so you remember, Mr. Mikey, 6:29, we walk down to the shoreline, and then we walk all along the beach to the Ritz, and then we turn around and we come back again. Walk as far as you can. You'll have glow sticks because it is dark by the time you come back. There is a lot of people walking, so carpool if you can. We've got some extra car parking nearby, but you know, car parking is going to be difficult, so please share a ride or come on public transport or park further down and walk down to us. But yeah, 5:30 p.m. registration. We walk at 6:29 p.m.
Okay, so there you have it. If you're in the Grand Cay, I am encouraging you to be a part of this wonderful cause as Light Up the Night walk that's going to be held tomorrow evening. As Bev just mentioned, you can't afford to miss that one. They're part of something
Quite amazing.
I want to say historical.
Quite amazing and historical.
How long has it? Yes, Mikey G.
I said quite amazing and historical. Yes, it is.
Yes, and I want you to just spare a moment to just highlight a few of your sponsors for this event.
Yeah, so our headline sponsor for the last 5 years for the event has been Island Heritage, and we simply cannot do this walk without Island Heritage. And Island Heritage actually support breast cancer in all of the islands that it operates in. So thank you to Island Heritage. And I do believe I am allowed to tell you that they have just come back on board to sponsor us again next year. So shout out to Island Heritage. Thank you very much. Dolphin Point Club and the Imperato family, again, long-term supporters of ours. So thank you to Mr. Joe and Miss Renee and the whole family and Dolphin Point Club. HSA and Doctors Hospital are pink ribbon sponsors of ours. Progressive, Coca-Cola via CDG, the Ritz-Carlton, AI Rentals, Remax, and anybody else whose name I probably have forgotten because I'm running on fuel and a cup of tea at this point, because organising a walk for 2,000 people and magicking T-shirts up out of nowhere is quite the feat. So yeah, Janet Jarko, Lexi Binks, who are the photographers, Rob and the team at Armada Films. So they're going to be sending a drone up. So we're going to get this amazing footage of the whole of 7 Mile Beach being glowing pink. And also, I suppose more than anything else, thank you to our patients who will be walking, and thank you to the public who will be walking, and thank you to all the volunteers, because, you know, again, you can't do something like this without some really great volunteers.
Awesome. So thank you to all the supporters out there. Thanks to our listeners, our viewers. I see a few. Good morning, Mr. Mario. Welcome to the Breakfast Hour. And so I want to say good morning to all our viewers tuned in. If you're on Instagram, YouTube, if you're on our web radio, joining us via www.flashpointmedia.ky. Thank you for joining us this morning. Of course, we still have in studio Bev Edrington from the Breast Cancer Foundation, and she's sharing some pearls of wisdom that will not only take us through tomorrow, which is the Light Up the Night, but take us forward as we support someone, or if you are going through a diagnosis yourself, then the information is for you. You're not walking this journey alone. There is a huge support system offered right here on the island. So you don't have to be so anxious.
That's correct.
You don't have to walk this journey alone. There is a support system ready and available and accessible to you. So don't miss out on that opportunity. Bev, is there any last words you want to share with our listeners and viewers before we head out of studio today?
Okay, so early detection saves lives. Full stop. There's nothing more. You do not need to walk alone. And I think that's what this shows you. If you're frightened or if you're scared, even if you're not any of those, even if you've got a big family surrounding you, we have as many answers as we can give you. So please don't walk alone. Come talk to us at the Breast Cancer Foundation. If you're worried about a lump or a bump, let's get it screened. Don't let finances stop you getting that diagnosis or non-diagnosis as well. Remember, not every lump is breast cancer. So we want to be able to get you to be able to sleep at night because you found out that it's just a small cyst. So the Breast Cancer Foundation is there from early detection through to awareness, through to education, through walking alongside you. And one thing I would say is we're a girl gang that you don't choose to join, but once you join, you realise what a cool gang we are.
You gotta say that again. We're a girl gang
that you don't choose to join, but once you do join, you realise what a cool gang we are.
Okay.
And we journey with you once, even when you think, well, my membership to that gang is over. No, it's never over. We're going to be with you for forevermore. We have women who are 18, 20 years out, and they still pop by to see us and share their pearls of wisdom with maybe those younger women who've just been diagnosed recently.
Amazing.
Maybe we should set up something that, you know, that testimonials that are given, and we actually have a group of women in at some point where we talk to them, and just to give a overview of how they have come through their experience, what it meant for them, and how they actually felt the family's experience. Sometimes, you know, for me, I am someone who is acquainted with the whole cancer thing and all of that. I am not a cancer survivor or anything, but I have had persons in my family that have been affected by it. And so I am one that is really, you know, in a great way affected by it too. So I am one in that 7 that actually have been. So I am really someone who is not taking it lightly, that this is an important aspect of our life at this time, sadly to say, but it has gotten to this point, and we should take it, and you taking the effort to do it, it means a lot, not just to me, but I know to others, or not just to others, but a lot to me.
Thank you very much. And the other thing to remember, gentlemen who are watching and listening, is you have wives and you have sisters and you have cousins and you may have daughters. So the awareness and the education is just as important for you to be able to go back and share that with them. I mean, we go to CUC and, you know, the majority of the people, hang on, I've got an even better example. We're about to do a big education push at Cayman Port. There's 195 men there and 30 women. Okay, and we said to the HR, we'll come in and we'll talk to the 30 women, and they turned around and said, no, you won't, you'll talk to every member of staff, because it's just as important for the men to know. So thank you for being one of our advocates, Mr. Mikey G.
You are welcome, and I'm thankful that you are here with us this morning and we are able to do this together.
Yes, and I say congratulations to you, Bev, on the remarkable work that you're doing. That's a lot, and you have a lot on your plate dealing with tomorrow. We do wish you all the best. We will be there to support and continue to do the good work that you're doing. I'm sure you're just going to move from strength to strength. Perhaps, I don't know, this year you had 2,000, last year you had 1,700. It means that you are on a trend of stepping.
I have to hold more steps in the next.
So here's so many more years of support to men and women dealing with breast cancer I know sometimes it's an overwhelming diagnosis, but remember, there is hope. Thank you, viewers and listeners, and thank you, Bev.
Thank you, and thank you, Flashpoint Media, for not only inviting me on, but to give us this platform to be able to talk to your listeners and your supporters, because, you know, it's one person at a time.
One person at a time. So see you at the Light Up the Night Walk. That's tomorrow, March 7th, right here in the Grand Cay, starting at 7 Mile Beach. Be there. What time do we start again?
With 6:29 p.m.
6:29 p.m. See you right there.
Please don't be missing it. Don't be missing it now. 6:29 it is. Flashpoint Media and the team must be there to do some work and do some effort in actually capturing some of those events, those very momentous moments at this time, because I believe that this must be going down in history. We went to the cancer walk when we were on the 7 Mile Beach, and we did a whole bunch of things down there, music and everything,
yes,
awards and giveaways and everything.
Some years ago, it was
a stride, yeah.
Yes, we did a live streaming. We interviewed people on the walk and we shared it on the radio.
Wonderful.
It was we did something like that.
And that's early in the morning, so
and that was yes. All right. So that's it, listeners and viewers. Welcome, Bev. It was a privilege having you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
For sharing tea with me.
Of course, anytime.
Of course, when we come back.
When you need ultrasound that's safe and effective, you must visit Asai Ultrasound Imaging. They're conveniently located at number 4 Chestnut Center, Smith Road, Georgetown, Cayman Islands. With experienced technologists with over 20 years experience, their friendly staff will make you comfortable while you get your procedure done. Asai Ultrasound Imaging is open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Call Asai Ultrasound Imaging 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. That's 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426.
Welcome back.
Yes, it is, of course, breakfast hour like none other, Mikey G. Of course, I love company.
Company is always good. I like good company, though.
You like good company?
I like good company. You have some company that is not such a good company, but I want to thank the Breast Cancer Association for being here this morning, and of course to tell us a little bit more about how to take care of breast cancer and awareness of it, and how the assist is and the support system that goes around. That's a very strong conversation this morning. I'm telling you, it was meaningful and necessary.
Well, today is the March 6th, and although I have a special birthday that I need to put out there.
Birthday time!
I just want to appraise our listeners, our viewers of the days according to the National Day calendar, which says that today is National Employee Appreciation Day, which is celebrated on the first Friday in March, and today is National Day of the Dude.
Mercy. Ladies, I was going through the news and everything that was going on around,
Yes.
And I see so many things happening how it's affecting us in Cayman right now on the world stage. Gas prices have been rising so fast, we are unable to maintain that balance. What we are seeing now is coming to be a situation because lots of persons believe that the conflict that is going on around in the other parts of the world will not necessarily affect us in the Cayman Islands. But
Yes.
when you look at the destabilization of the global economy by one event, you can't sit in isolation believing that you're protected from the fallout of what's taking place. At this
Yes.
time, how it's affecting us is, and will affect us even more, is that higher gas prices will go up, will be there, which means higher fuel costs for electricity. Even though we are actually having renewable energy added to the grid as a part of the overflow or the influx of power, we are still dependent on crude to run our plants for electricity. And when electricity go up, cost of manufacturing and processes goes up. When
Yes.
that happens, the next step will be food prices going up. So basic
Yes.
amenities automatically goes up and creates another situation. Cost of living in totality, in general, will move. Inflation will increase. We are going to have a situation.
Yes.
But
Yes.
bracing for it
Yes.
is how do people prepare for this new environment that is coming? It was once COVID, right? And everybody in isolation believed that COVID was an isolated case. But
Yes.
soon enough, it would be something that everyone would be dealing with. And
Yes.
now that we are dealing, now that it's on our shores, how do we deal with it? Many were unprepared for what this would mean if it should affect or come to your shores. This is something that some serious planning and some attention need to be placed on right now. An immediate emergency meeting should be called at the highest level to address what's coming and how it will affect just everyone, because it is my understanding that this won't go away anytime soon. For what has been affected so far, this will stay with us for a while.
Yes.
And it's going to trickle down in a rippling effect, not just in the Cayman Islands, but across the entire world, within the Caribbean and throughout the entire world. It's a network
Yes.
of rippling effects that will take place. And so many persons are not really seeing it because some people are business as usual. But for those who may have a little bit of common sense, pay attention and not to be frightened by it, but make preparation for the fallout. That when it comes, know that you are actually ready for something that is going to impact us in a little way.
Yes, indeed. And I think the information is shared on various social media platforms.
Right.
If you turn on your TV, if you look at your phone, you see it's almost as if it's bombarding you what's happening. And for some of us it might be business as usual because it doesn't affect us directly, but if we pay keen attention, as you mentioned, there are the subtle ripple effects that have already started to affect us. And we cannot bury our heads in the sand. So on this fantastic, fabulous Friday, I just want to say thank you to our viewers and listeners. There will be a lot going on the weekend. This afternoon, we will be having the open portal right here live, as well as proof, and back to the word tomorrow, starting your Sabbath experience, which begins at 7:30 in the morning. So just inviting our listeners to stay on board with us as we take you through wonderful experience. And of course, the team will be right there at the Light Up the Night walk at the 7 Mile Beach. So just want to say to our listeners that we want to wish you all the best on this Friday, that you should stay safe, stay cool, and we're signing out of here, out of the breakfast hour, but you will see much more of us.
Of course, remember guys, stay tuned to Flashpoint Radio. Of course, our web radio continues all day. Today is All Gospel Friday. Many things to come. Lots of information and of course, powerful testimonies. Of course,
yes,
we go all the way into the night. Of course, the Sabbath experience begins and we will definitely take you through an experience all day today. So stay tuned. www.flashpointmedia.ky. Of course, remember guys, the launch of Flashpoint Radio FM app is coming up. We are definitely launching that one. It's already here. Our members are already enjoying it. We're going to be making it public to the general. We're going to make it public to the general public very soon. And of course, listen out for our launch of Flashpoint Radio FM app that's coming up. You can get it in your Play Store, and of course, just download the app, go straight to Flashpoint Radio, and enjoy all our programs live right throughout the day, night, anywhere you are in the entire world. Can you imagine that? If you go anywhere, you can just take Flashpoint with you. And that's a slogan that we have right here on Flashpoint. Wherever you go, take Flashpoint with you. Have yourself a great day, guys. We will enjoy this morning, spending this morning with you, and you spending it with us. Elise. We miss CoraleeKaren. We miss CoraleeKaren. We miss CoraleeKaren. CoraleeKaren, we miss you today, and we just want to let you know it's Family Friday actually. And of course, it is always nice to show something on family, and today it couldn't be much more than this. How families are affected, Family Friday, and how we are needed to be in solidarity with everyone on this journey of breast cancer. And not just breast cancer, but every single sickness indeed. But we are highlighting breast cancer at this time. So please guys, go out this evening at 6:29. Not 6:30.
Tomorrow evening
at 6:29. No later than that. Not 6:30. 6:29 tomorrow. Breast cancer, lighting up the night. So it's gonna be pink, they say, all night. And of course, us guys love where the ladies are. So we're gonna be walking with the women. And of course, women are not the only ones who are affected by this thing. We understand that men. I want to say a big shout out to the man, Minister Claude Edwards, who shared his story some time ago, Lady Elise, right here on Flashpoint. And today, of course, it would be a good thing to rerun one of the interviews that he did with us. And I believe if you continue to listen to Flashpoint today, you will hear Claude Edwards' interview on his journey of an experience of how he actually came through a few testimonies and his journey of being who he is and how it affected him, and of course what affected him on his journey and how he came through. So these are some of the things. I want to say thank you guys for joining us this morning. It has been a fantastic Friday and a family Friday with a difference. It's TGIF, and some people say it's time for us to get out of studio. Lady Elise, let us out this morning.
Yes, so have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Much more to come. Remember to stick and stay with Flashpoint, www.flashpointmedia.ky. Thank you so much for your listening, for your attention, and your subscribership.
Well, I want to say good morning. I want to say one more thing I want to say before we just jump off. I want to say big up and strong big up to our technical support, our technical team, right behind the scenes, Mr. Marshall himself. Mr. Marshall, good morning to you, sir.
Big up, Mr. Marshall, and I want to say happy birthday to Sir Bertram, Bertie T.
How did we miss these things? How did we miss that?
I want to wish you all the best for today and beyond. Many, many more happy returns.
Well, if I could do anything for him this morning, I could at least play a birthday song for him this morning. I could at least do that. I could at least do that this morning. Could I do that this morning? All right, Bertie.
You can do that this morning.
I can do that this morning. Happy birthday, Bertie, this morning. Is this Bertie or Bertram? Happy birthday to you this morning from the Flashpoint team.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, we're not going to go there this morning, but we're going to do it just like this. All right. It's a birthday. It's a birthday. Of course, please don't forget to join our birthday club, guys. And Elise, where are we going to be on this birthday celebration for all our? Did we celebrate our March, our February members yet? Did we celebrate them yet?
Next week Sunday, Mikey G. Next week Sunday.
We didn't celebrate them yet. Alright, for February, guys, we are celebrating the February people in March. Please,
Yes.
don't worry about it too much. And we're definitely going to celebrate the March people in March. So we're going to have 2 birthday celebrations in the same month. Yeah, Mikey G, we're always having a wonderful time celebrating our anniversary and everything. 50th year anniversary of Flashpoint. We're doing a whole bunch of things. So all that was happening. So please, we're not missing out. We are not missing out on the celebration for the persons in February. So guys, look out for our beach celebration. Some ackee and saltfish and some fried dumpling and festival and some things and things. And listen, the last time I saw some fish on there, right? Some of them are roast fish and stuff. But guess what? Come out for our breakfast celebration, for our breakfast for all our birthday members of the Flashpoint team. Alright. Let's get out of the studio today, Elise.
Yes. So wishing you all the best. I'll see you until next time. I'm Lady Elise, and of course,
Mr. Marshall, good morning, sir. I'm a big one, alright? But I don't laugh at your face, you know. I don't laugh. I want to say good morning to Dan H and the whole Car City team. Pick up yourself. Alright. Alright, getting out. Bye.
Scott, and you're listening to Flashpoint Radio. Rise and shine. Your morning boost of inspiration, news, and fun. With Mikey G, Lady Elise, and CoraleeKaren, the unmistakable combination, synergized to navigate.
It's like we're running in circles, going around every day, getting stuck in the hurdles of yesterday. Don't you wanna go further, away from the fray? Let's not get stuck in our worries, we'll make our own way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd. Just you and me together, we'll all sing better outside. Just us in the sky. I will go wherever, I'll be yours forever.
We use the internet to advance the gospel of Jesus Christ, transforming lives, renewing hearts, 24/7, 7 days a week. Internet radio in a class by itself. We're flashing the gospel around the world as a witness. And someone will say, you know what? I heard it on Flashpoint Radio, and my life has been changed. Flashpoint,